We're joined now by Dr. S.K. Sareen, who is the chairman of the Delhi government's panel for COVID-19. Dr. Sareen, thanks so much for being with us, sir. I wanted to first ask you, about this concern over asymptomatic cases. The Delhi Chief Minister also mentioned that a large number of people who had tested positive in the national capital are also asymptomatic. So how much tougher does it make your job then to find out who has the virus?
Well, certainly the Chief Minister for Delhi, Shri Kejriwal, was very concerned, and rightly so. The reason being, all these 186 were asymptomatic, but we have to understand what is asymptomatic is. This could also be the power of increased testing. So you pick these people early enough. A true asymptomatic or a true carrier is defined as a person who harbors the infection, can transmit the infection to somebody else, but does not get disease. He doesn't have any disease. That's a true asymptomatic. But in COVID, we know that a fair proportion of these asymptomatic over a period of time develop symptoms. Our challenge is when he becomes from asymptomatic to pre-symptomatic, means just 3 days before the symptoms, that is fever, cough, cold and others. And in the pre-symptomatic period, just before symptoms develop, he is most likely to give the virus out. Once the symptoms develop, then the people know he has fever, you will keep away from him, and also the virus shedding decreases. So today our challenge is firstly to manage these asymptomatic and see that they do not develop symptoms and keep them away, especially if they develop symptoms 3 days prior to that. We should see who all were in contact with them.
But you
the
first
second
have to find
part
out,
is
sorry,
of these.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you first have to find out who the asymptomatic people are. Don't we need to increase testing, Dr. Sareen? And in what way?
Yeah. So now one more thing is asymptomatic people may remain asymptomatic, and many of them maybe 5 to 7 days later, and that's the Chinese experience. If you do a CT scan in them, a fair number of them have early pneumonia, which an X-ray would miss. So truly we must be careful that we look after these asymptomatic, number one. But your concern and the public health concern is how do you find them, how do you track, and whom all should we test? Well, certainly it's a challenge, but what is indicated, what is the global practice is try and track them in an area from a hotspot area. We have to contain them, and the reason that we keep them in quarantine for 14 days is they are shedding the virus. Some of them can shed till 21 days. And rapid antibody testing is not really meant for asymptomatic. It is for the contacts of the asymptomatic cases. So even for today, somebody who is asymptomatic, rightly enough, we should think that each one of them is a hotspot. And we have to find out, we have to track them, we have to contain them. Isolation in a non-hospital area is much more preferred for asymptomatic cases.
But is there a way to increase testing, Dr. Sareen? Is there a way to increase testing? In Delhi, for example, because you're overseeing the efforts in Delhi, can that be done, or will that be confined only to hotspot zones?
See, Delhi is doing about 2,000 to 2,500 viral testing a day as far as I know, and this number has exponentially increased over the days. Our problems remain that we do not have enough people to take, or enough swabs and others anywhere in the country to get the nasal swabs. But now it is quite possible, and if we get the increased testing, private labs and others and our labs are easily doing 2,500 to 3,000 tests, which can go up to 5,000. To further increase the testing, pooling of the swabs, that is, you extract 5 swabs, put them together and take out the DNA from them. If all 5 are negative, you can say all negative. So you can pool these swabs, or you can extract the DNA, put the RNA in them, and then pool the RNA sequencing. Both these tests have been permitted by ICMR, and people are doing so. Pooling of the samples, pooling of the RNAs is being done. Further increase can be done if we have more automated extractors. Like right now, everyone is doing manual extraction from these swabs. But if you take the automated extractors, they can do up to 100 extractions in an hour. Unfortunately, because of the cargo, because of the no flights, you can't get the material for these automated extractors. So I think as soon as we have more such machines which can come from Finland, from America and others, and you can get the reagents for them, you see the way we can do the testing. There is no problem in doing testing. There are enough trained people,
but it's
you need
interesting you
reagents
say
and
that about these automated ways to test. Finally, Dr. Sareen, just to ask you about what we're just hearing this evening about the case of the elderly person in Max Hospital in Delhi who was on a ventilator and was given blood plasma therapy and is now recovering, has been taken off the ventilator. Now, doctors at the hospital are saying that this could have been a catalyst, and I know world over there's a lot of excitement about this, nothing proven yet as a treatment, but could this be something that could help in the short term?
Yeah, Nidhi, you're absolutely right. The plasma which is taken from a person who was sick, not only asymptomatic, who was sick and he has recovered. So his body has made those proteins called the antibodies against coronavirus. Now there is no other drug available. So these antibodies in the plasma, if are given to the second person who is now having the viral replication phase, this will neutralize. And sure enough that such patients can improve. So I think today if there is no other method of doing treatment, I think plasma therapy is good. We have also started at collecting these plasma as ILBS and Maulana Azad is doing, and we got the approval from the drug controller to carry on these tests. So I do feel that this is a therapy, and in next 1 week you will see some positive results, I hope.
All right. Well, always better to end on a positive note and have something positive to look forward to. Dr. Sareen, thanks very much for joining us on NDTV this evening.